Welcome. My name's Jonathan. Jesus said the greatest commandment is to love God with basically everything you have. Then he said the second greatest commandment is to love your neighbor as yourself. But who is your neighbor, and how do you love them? A man talking with Jesus about these two commandments said, "And who is my neighbor?" Jesus replied, "A man was going down from Jerusalem to Jericho, and he fell among robbers, who stripped him and beat him and departed, leaving him half dead. Now by chance a priest was going down that road, and when he saw him, he passed by on the other side. So likewise a Levite, when he came to the place and saw him, passed by on the other side. But a Samaritan, as he journeyed, came to where he was, and when he saw him, he had compassion. He went to him and bound up his wounds, pouring on oil and wine. Then he set him on his own animal, and brought him to an inn, and took care of him. And the next day he took out 2 denarii, and gave them to the innkeeper, saying, 'Take care of him, and whatever more you spend, I will repay you when I come back.' Which of these 3 do you think proved to be a neighbor to the man who fell among the robbers?" He said, "The one who showed him mercy." And Jesus said to him, "You go and do likewise." So if a person in the worst shape on the side of the road is your neighbor, then so too are your friends, your family, your co-workers, and everybody else, no matter what they think of you or you think of them, even your enemies. How do we love our neighbors? Consider this. Love is patient and kind. Love does not envy or boast. It is not arrogant or rude. It does not insist on its own way. It is not irritable or resentful. It does not rejoice at wrongdoing, but rejoices with the truth. Love bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, endures all things. The love chapter and much of the scripture teaches us to forgive as we are forgiven, and to not leave people with something that they have to forgive us for. The greatest commandment is to love God essentially with everything that you have, and the second is to love your neighbor as yourself. Loving your neighbor is God's plan to change the world using you. If you have any questions, ask me. In the meantime, be blessed.